What is up, and welcome to another Pokemon Moon and Sun. I said that backwards. Pokemon Sun and Moon. It really doesn't matter, really. News update thingamabobber that we got in here store for us. Now, there's a lot of stuff that I need to mention here. There's a lot of stuff, and I think I need to separate this to two videos, depending on how much time I'm at. So, the first video, I'm going to update you guys on what's going on. In the second video, it's going to be about the map and where the locations might be and the predictions of what kind of gyms there might be and where the locations of certain places. So, first things first, some stuff that I forgot to mention. A while back, way before they even introduced the legendaries and the starters, there was like little newsfeed on Cerebi.net and possibly some other sites, most likely, yes, that there was like a little mini leak saying that this lawyers has the name of the Pokemon. So Leogo and Lunala, that has to be trademarked. Now, see, here's the thing. Now, when it comes to names of Pokemon, obviously they're trademarked. If you take the name of Pikachu, they're gonna sue you like, I don't know, they're just gonna sue you pretty much for every penny that you're worth. And yeah, so Leogo is the official name of the Lion Pokemon, obviously. I already knew it was gonna be Lion-esque before I even saw the Pokemon, but it was really surprising nonetheless to see that type of like model of a Pokemon. It looks awesome. And of course Lunala, and I had absolutely no idea what it would have looked like based on that name. But I still like Lunala a lot. Like, they had like different footage on it, and it still looks amazing. But Leogo is my guy. And they also introduced the typings. This is the newest stuff. The stuff that I forgot to mention from last video that I was supposed to was the names that they were being trademarked, and it's not confirmed whether it was true or not if it was their names. But yeah, the typings is really bizarre. So the typing of, let me start with Lunala, Pokemon Moon, since I started backwards. Lunala's typing is officially Psychic and Ghost type. There was people that did predicted that right. I thought it was going to be Dark Flying, and it turned out to be Ghost Psychic. And its ability is called, I don't remember at the moment, but it's kind of like a Marvel skill, only without the super effective initiated on it. So if you have full health, all the moves will have, it's going to be weaker than usual, basically, unless that's just how Marvel skill works. Or not Marvel skill, multi-skill, or whatever the freaking name is for, like, you know, people running on Dragonite and have like the I think the Yachi Berry or something like that. I don't remember. No, weakness policy, that's what it was. And as for Leogo, his ability is Full Metal Body, which is basically Clear Body. I don't know why that's like a thing. They should have just gave it Clear Body or some other ability, but it works the same way. You can't lower his stats at all. And their moves for Lunala is like Moon Geist Beam or something like that. I'm not, it's out of my head at the moment. I apologize. But I know that Leogo's move is called Sunsteel Strike, which is a Steel type move. Now, the typing for Leogo, and the reason I say everything else except for his typing, is because it's freaking bizarre. His typing is Psychic and Steel type. There was people that predicted some Steel typing in there, and there was another half of people that did predict some Psychic type in there. I, for one, thought it was going to be Fire Steel type, but it's just Psychic Steel. It's very bizarre indeed, especially when you have a lot to do with the sun and then more than anything else. And the most ironic part of that is Leogo's weak to fire and Lunala's weak to dark. Isn't that a bit strange? In fact, Lunala's quad weak to dark, now that I think about it. But as you can see, the Steel type move does a lot to Salamence over here, unless it says not very effective. I wasn't sure, but I'm pretty sure it's a Steel type move. And of course, Gengar is getting hurt by the Moon Geist Beam, and I do believe it is a Ghost move because they're the Psychic duo, and that makes me feel weird. Like I said in the last video, like I'm so tired of Psychic types, but that's just me. I know that everybody else thinks it's weird too. It's not just me thinking this. But that is it for Soliogo and Lunala. Another thing, they showed off some more footage about the other places. There's more islands to it. Everybody pretty much got it on the ball. I knew for a fact that's gonna be islands too. If you're gonna base it off Hawaii, why do it on this particular island by itself? That makes no sense. But yeah, I'll get to the map eventually. I don't know if I'm gonna get it in this video. I just might, but I don't know yet. A new rival, like that person that I mentioned that was to the other side of the main character. I don't know what's his name, but we'll just call him Sun for now, I guess. Is actually the main, well, it's not the main rival. She's the assistant of the professor. Speaking of which, Professor Kukui is in fact the main professor. Professor Hala is the ones that gives you the starter, and that's about it. I think he does check your Pokemon though, but Professor Kukui is in fact the main professor of your journey. But the girl that not really accompanies you, but the girl that's there, her name is Lily. She's most likely going to be the one having the third Pokemon, because you know about Haru, that's his name. I don't know if I pronounced that right. But he's going to be the Shauna of the game, where he's going to have the weaker Pokemon than you. But at least he has the confidence. He's like a mixture of Shauna and Barry to me. They have like so many similarities. You can see the stance that he does. But as for Lily, they have the description that she's very quiet, that she is very mysterious, and I don't know why they're doing it in that direction. They didn't have to add the mysterious part because that speculates a lot of theories and here and there. But yeah, based on the description and also based on the professor description, Professor Kukui says here that he's the researcher on Pokemon moves. I can't help but think about Tierno when it comes to that, but he actually sometimes will let the Pokemon hit him just to see how it's like. So seeing this and seeing the description of Lily, she tries to avoid Pokemon battles. She's against them, but at the same time, when she's seeing them, she likes to support her Pokemon. So we will see a battle against her as well. So most likely you're going to face Hal first and then Lily. So this is how the story, I believe, will portray out, and then I'm not sure about the rest of the game. Or maybe I should hold that off for later for the map. But I guess I could say for what I think about the first island. Basically, you start off on this journey, you're new, and you meet with the professor. He comes in through the door. He says, "Hey, welcome, I'm the professor. If you can, come to my town. It's just like not that far from here." And yeah, that's pretty much what's gonna happen. So as soon as you step out the door, get yourself ready, you see Hao, or whatever his name is, saying, "Oh, hey, nice to meet you." And then they're gonna give you a little tour guide on the way, saying, "Oh, this is the Pokemon Center, this is Pokemart," and that's how it's just gonna go. Actually, I don't think they would do that. Forget about the Pokemon Center thing. You're gonna take the road. There's gonna be no grass whatsoever. You're gonna go straight to that town. On the way, after you meet Howard, you're gonna see Lily. She's gonna be standing outside. She says, "Oh, the professor's doing his usual routine," and here's some footage right here where the house is all beat up and is shaking. Most likely the fact that he's taking hits from a Pokemon, most likely like a Machoke or something like that. So that's so far what it's been clear. So he steps outside. He says, "Oh, I'm glad you're here, and I want you to meet my grandpa." Not my grandpa, my dad. He's the one that always tells me to become a professor. This is how I always wanted to always follow in his footsteps, or something like that along those lines. And then you meet with Professor Hala, who gives you a Pokemon. And when you pick a Pokemon, of course, you battle with Hao, and then afterwards you battle with Lily. And I'm not sure, because there's a forest in the background. I really do think you do step into that forest, because usually in Pokemon games, no matter what, you'll go step into some type of forest. Just like you, actually, I don't know about 2nd gen. Ilex Forest is after the 2nd gym. But, you know, Viridian Forest, Rusboro Forest, the, I don't think, actually, yeah, I don't think 4th gen has one either. 5th gen, I think, is like not till after the 2nd gym, so maybe not all the time. But I do feel like you do enter the forest just to pick up something. And when you come back, you receive the Pokedex, which I'll get to in a moment. But you work your way back to town to tell your mom that you're going off on a journey because Professor Kukui asks you to research other different areas, because there's a certain spot on the map where you take a good look at the island at the bottom left corner, which I will get to as well. And he says that he always wanted to follow in his father's footsteps, but he took in a different direction. And he thought that since the main character does really well in his battles, he won 2 straight battles in a row with the Pokemon he just met. He thought, oh hey, you might as well go to these 8 gyms since you're strong enough. And you go back to town, or you go back to your mom, and then afterwards there's a trainer school to your left, and then you head to the city. And you're going to the city to try to get yourself a pass so you could go to the rest of the gyms, because there is in fact a first gym in there. Maybe not is in fact, but we'll get to that. I'm pretty sure there's a first gym in that town by itself. I don't think that island would not have a gym at all. So you get yourself a pass so you could go through a different island, and then so on and so forth. And then you'll see a evil team organization. I'm just gonna guess the name Team Eclipse, because I don't think they're gonna have an Eclipse any middle version anymore. Pokemon Z, why in the heck aren't you here yet? I don't understand. Either way, they're gonna see Team Eclipse. They're gonna try to get the power of Soliogo or Lunala, whatever game you would like to play. Most likely Pokemon Sun. That is what I'm gonna play. And Soliogo description says that he's the devourer of the sun, and Lunala is like the summoner of the moon. So along those lines, they're gonna try to make it so they could threaten all these islands to get what they want, world domination. At least that's gonna be the first step, or something like along those lines. Yeah, eventually you're gonna have to beat them, and then probably before the 8th gym you're gonna have to catch one of the legendaries before they actually have their dream in fruition. Now that is as far as I got. That's kind of like the main Pokemon stay in story for the main. I don't know, those words that came out of my mouth just now, that made no sense out loud, but it made sense in my head. I get the feeling you guys know what I'm talking about. Either way though, that is as far as what I got from there. I don't know about because my question is, how are you gonna get to the next town? Because I know there's a path, but it looks kind of like, I don't know, I don't think it's a bit weird to say that you just walk all the way through without anything. It's kind of weird. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe it's not that far of a walk anyway. I'm not sure, because you would think that if you walk far enough, eventually you'll see a Pokemon. Speaking of which, there is a new Pokemon. It has not been announced, but it's been seen in footage. It's this, like, almost like a Pomeranian almost, or possibly a deer, but most likely a Pomeranian or some type of dog. Most likely will be the early normal type Pokemon, similar to Rattata and Bidoof, along those lines. And I actually like the way this Pokemon looks. Of course, I'm only looking from the back. I'm just gonna leave it as that by itself. And yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to it. We already know there's gonna be a mixture of Pokemon like Pikachu, Meowth, and like we see in the aquarium of Professor Kukui's house that he has a Love Disc and a Corsola. But other than that, we already know that there's other Pokemon, that are from other generations, but that's already, that's already proven, especially since there's Slowpokes on beaches and stuff like that. The newest thing as well is that there's going to be a Rotom Pokedex. This Pokemon will not be used in battle. Probably in the future it will be, as in like an event Pokemon similar to Ukulele Pichu or something along those lines, or maybe like a different alternative Pikachu, like contest Pikachu. I mean, like Pikachu Libre. I almost said Lucha Pikachu. I don't know. It's really hard to say if you try to say it like that. Lucha Pikachu or Pika Libre 2? I don't know. I'm trying too hard or something. Yeah, it's not confirmed of what type it will be. I don't think it will be a type at all, but I'm really hoping it might be a like electric steel type or something, because I don't know what else it could be, because we already got 5 other forms. If the Pokédex isn't able to fight, then what the heck. But it does serve for many purposes. Technically speaking, well, okay, first off, I was gonna say technically speaking you're gonna have 7 Pokemon, because 6 Pokemon will use for battle, and then you're gonna get Rotom Pokedex. But yeah, the first time I thought about this, I think of the manga characters, because every manga character has like 7 Pokemon. With their 7th, they would alternate with other Pokemon that they have. Like every single manga character that I kept track of, red, blue, silver, diamond, pearl, everybody pretty much has like 7 Pokemon. I don't know about the black and white characters or the X and Y characters, because I haven't read those mangas yet, but that's just something that I always notice. So when I'm thinking of this is when the Pokemon Sun and Moon manga comes out, then of course Sun, I'm assuming that the boy is going to be Sun, is going to have a Rotom as his accompany Pokemon, but he won't use it for battle. Actually, yeah. Well, actually, no. I was going to say Black from... Actually, no, his name is White. I don't remember. Either or, from the manga characters, his accompany character is Muna, so there's that. I'm sorry if this is all over the place. I'm trying to think all at once and it's not helping. But yeah, the Pokédex, Rotom Pokédex, serves for many purposes. It's like a nav desk. It has like a map. It has obviously the Pokédex. I'm pretty sure you could use it to communicate with other people. It will let you know if there's anybody that wants to battle you, like with Wi-Fi or something like that. It'll check your Pokemon. It talks to you to give you advice, kind of holding your hand to see where you need to go next, in case you're stuck in the game. And a lot of functions. You could pinpoint other Pokemon, and it probably has the QR scanner, because there is in fact a QR scanner out where you scan anything that has a QR code on it, and it'll have Pokemon for you to look for. I don't know if this is Pokemon you could already find in the game. What I mean by that, let's say you're trying to... There's no Fanfees in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Unless you scan a QR code, then you'll have a Fanfee. I don't know if that's how it works, or if it works differently, but... when you have the QR code, you can share it with other people, and when that other person has a QR code, you'll be able to look for what area you could find that Fanfee at. That's just an example. But I'm assuming that's how it works. If it doesn't, and it is Pokemon that you already found in the game, I don't know. It's going to be a bit weird, because if there's... I mean, the example was Pikachu, but I'm assuming Pikachu is already in the game somewhere. But like I said, it's just the example. Hopefully it's not the case, because there's also Salamences and Gengars that was used as examples for Soliogos and Lunala's power. But that's as far as I got. So, yeah. Pokemon typings for the legendaries. Lily is a new character. The map is revealed, you know, with all these islands. And of course, the Rotom Pokedex is the newest things. Am I forgetting anything? I feel like I am, but I'll remember it probably in the next video. And it looks like I'll have way too much time if I actually do analyze the map. So stay tuned for the next video, because I will have a map analysis breaking down where I think the gyms might be, what areas have, and where they could be, and maybe where Team Eclipse, if that's what the team name might be. And a lot more. A lot of confirmed places too, like where the legendaries will be at. So stay tuned for that. If you are new here, please subscribe to the channel. You'll get notifications when the videos comes out. I do Let's Plays. Right now I'm playing The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, Donkey Kong 64, and I have a Pokemon Leaf Randomizer Nuzlocke in store for you guys. And I'm also having a future series called Emerald Legends where I catch the legendary Pokemon and continue on the after game of Pokemon Emerald because I already done a Let's Play on that. Also, we're having Frontier Fridays, which is the Battle Frontier, where I tried my best on beating them and live streaming that. Soon that will be in fruition, but right now I need to get everything organized for myself. So if you're interested in that, subscribe and join the White Tigers and Dragons. They're 2 teams split to fight for the rights of vote, and voting has almost already started. Still need to get started on that little channel trailer thing explaining the rules of White Tigers and Dragons. So a lot of mouthfuls, said words that I cannot express enough. Stay tuned for more. And yeah, you've been scarred by the night. I'm out.